This is what good leadership is, okay? Like good leadership is the person that will sit there and go, where did I fuck it up? Where can I point the finger of blame and I can put it inwards? Because if you say it's your fault, you can fix it. Like, yeah, at some point you've pointed the finger at you for long enough and sometimes they still keep fucking it up. Yeah, maybe it's just a shit client or a shit staff member. That happens. But if you don't first point inwards and look through this framework of that, how, and why, you're setting your staff up to fail. So one of the things that comes up with clients pretty often is that when it comes to either coaching their clients or helping their staff improve on doing the things that they want them to do, they don't really have a model that they can use that will allow people to follow instructions better and get better outcomes. So this is something that I find myself teaching pretty often. And I thought it might help you guys to get better outcomes with your clients, but also get better outcomes with your staff. This is backed by a real psychological theory called cognitive load theory. Essentially, what this means is people can only take in very small pieces of information at once, right? Like, and you can see this when you teach a puppy. You can see this when you teach a child, anything new. Like, you have to incrementally add new things to the skill. You can't just say, hey, go run and kick a ball. You must first learn to run, right? So when it comes to coaching people and people that when, whether they're in your business or whether it's like your clients, people need three things. They need to know they need to know what the task is, that they need to do it. They need to know how to do it, and they need to know why to do it. Without all three, you're going to get a mismatch. You're not going to get the action that you want, and things will take more time. Okay. Now, why are these three things important? How do we actually use them? It sounds very like rudimentary to say, well, you need to know that this should be done, right? If I use an example in-house, like my VA comes to me and says, okay, I didn't do my data tracking for the week. I didn't put all of the numbers into the sheet. I didn't look over whatever, right? My simple first question is, hey man, did you know that you needed to do that? If the answer is no, so there is a breakpoint at every level here. If the answer is no, it's not their fault, it's yours. If the answer is no, you did not give clear enough instruction on that section of that task. So if I said, hey man, did you know that this needed to be done? It's like, well, actually, no, I didn't. It's like, oh, fuck, well, let me check back on our reminder sequences. Let me check back on our communication cadence. Where did I go wrong, right? Because as a manager, owner, CEO, whatever, even the person coaching the clients, it's your job to take ownership of mistakes. Like you give credit and you take blame. That is management leadership 101. And so if the answer is no, you have to find the break in the chain on your side of the communication cadence, not their side. Not did they not see it? It's just, did you not make it clear enough? For example, like the whole reminder conversation, well, no, I didn't know I needed to do that. And you know that the reminder's fired. You know that the automation's fired. Well, maybe you're just putting the reminders and the automations in the wrong place, right? Like we have to try and make this, every task that you put into your business, we have to try and make it as user-friendly as possible. You need to make this real simple, okay? And you need to make the instruction lines very, very simple. So let's say we get past that point of you put the reminders, the automations, you put it all in the right place. They knew that they needed to do it. The next question is well, did you know how? Well, no, actually I didn't. Okay, cool, my fault again. Okay. If they don't know how to do the task, you can't expect the task to be done. And more specifically, if you don't give them the process of how you want it done, right? Because they might know how to do it, generally, but they just might not know how you want it done. And that creates friction. When there's friction, there's less action. And so this comes down to how well have you detailed your SOPs? Have you gone through the process of, click to close from every intricate detail all the way to the point of, for example, is it, shake hand, smile, say name. It needs to be very granular. If you don't have that, it is your fault. It is not the staff member's fault. It is not the client's fault. You need to make it very clear and easy to go do this task. Not just that they don't just need to know that they need to do it. They need to know how, right? If I give a meta example, your clients are likely tracking macros. And so they know that they need to track their calories. And you might have said, this is how you do it. You might have even given them a simple educational model in your vault on your coaching app. And that might go through the how. But if the how is boring as shit and they don't consume it, the how means nothing. So this is where we need to understand, when it comes to developing hows or SOPs, this needs to be done in three ways, right? We need to try and hit all learning centers of the brain. And that means it needs to be written, it needs to be auditory, and there needs to be a visual or kinesthetic element to do this. So for example, written, sure, notes, here, do these things, right? Auditory, a loom would be very, very helpful here, where you can actually walk through the process, talk them through it. And then a kinesthetic, Loom will service this as well because they can actually come in and actually see you do the thing. And then just make sure that any SOP is tailed off rather with a completion of like a checkbox. Like that's kinesthetic. That gives them things to go do. That makes the behavior that you are teaching learned, right? Now let's get to the point of, okay, well, they've said yes, they needed to know that they should do it. They know how. They're like, yeah, I knew how. It's like, okay, cool. Did you know why? And this is where most people fuck it up. They'll tell their staff or their clients that things need to be done and how to do them. They just won't tell them the why. And without understanding, it's just information. When it's just information, one ear, add the other, right? People don't care. And when you don't add like real meaning to the why, or at least a compelling reason for their why they should do this, not just why it should exist in general, but why it matters for them, their specific circumstances, or the specific goal that you're trying to hit, it's just not going to happen, okay? And so this is where like coming back to how we do this is like, our why is very clear. It is very much aligned with all of our values at the company. Okay, like time kills all deals, speed is king, character is currency, like what people say about you when you're not in the room really matters, and good enough is not good enough. Like, supreme excellence is what we call it. We want to try and make sure that you do things really, really fast, you do them ethically, and you make sure that they are done right. Now, that seems like a little bit contradictory, like fast and right, not normally things that go together, but that's what we align to. And so whenever it comes to doing any task, if I was getting to a position where a staff member was not doing what was required or was not ticking off the boxes or tasks just were not getting done, these are the questions I would ask. Like, hey, man, did you know that this needed to happen? Did you know how to do it? And do you know why? And do you know, like, realistically, why does it relate back to our values? Like, what is the bridge? If they can't give me those answers succinctly, clearly, it's my fault. It is not the staff member's fault. It is on me. And this is what good leadership is, okay? Like, good leadership is the person that will sit there and go, where did I fuck it up? Where can I point the finger of blame and I can put it inwards? Because if you say it's your fault, you can fix it. Like, yeah, at some point you've pointed the finger at you for long enough and sometimes they still keep fucking it up. Yeah, maybe it's just a shit client or a shit staff member. That happens. But if you don't first point inwards and look through this framework of that, how, and why, you're setting your staff up to fail.